In the world of modern relationships, the very act of sharing is celebrated. Social media glorifies openness, and emotional transparency is often mistaken for strength. Yet, Stoicism presents a counterintuitive and timeless truth. True strength lies not in revealing everything, but in discerning what is worthy of disclosure. A man who understands this principle navigates intimacy with courage, dignity, and wisdom. He does not hide to deceive, but to protect his integrity and the health of his relationships. This is not a lesson in cold detachment or emotional distance. It is a guide for cultivating self-mastery, fostering trust, and building partnerships that are grounded in mutual respect and harmony. Today, we explore 4 essential things a man must guard in his life and relationships. Lessons drawn from ancient Stoic philosophy, yet more relevant today than ever before. If you've ever felt overexposed, misunderstood, or drained in a relationship, this is a message that could transform the way you relate to others and, more importantly, how you relate to yourself. 1. Emotional vulnerabilities. The first truth is that a man must guard his emotional vulnerabilities. Emotions are powerful. They can inspire connection, love, and understanding. But they can also overwhelm, destabilize, and obscure rational judgment. Stoicism does not advocate suppressing emotions. It teaches the mastery of self, the ability to understand, channel, and express feelings with purpose and discretion. Consider how often relationships falter not because of a lack of love, but because one party allows uncontrolled emotions to dominate interactions. Anxiety, frustration, fear, and anger, when shared indiscriminately, can cloud perception and create imbalance. A Stoic man recognizes that emotional honesty must be coupled with timing, depth, and context. To show vulnerability is not weakness, it is courage, but only when wielded wisely. Guarding emotional vulnerabilities does not mean hiding one's heart entirely. Rather, it is the art of selective transparency. A man reveals emotions not to elicit pity or control others, but to deepen connection, strengthen trust, and inspire confidence. This requires profound self-awareness, understanding the origin of one's feelings, observing them without being dominated, and choosing the moment and manner of disclosure carefully. In practical terms, it means cultivating inner calm before discussing matters of the heart. It means holding back reactionary responses in moments of frustration, offering insight and vulnerability only when it nurtures understanding rather than provokes chaos. The Stoics believe that the mind is like a fortress. Emotions are the gates. Open them carelessly, and the fortress crumbles. Open them wisely, and they invite allies, not adversaries. The modern man faces constant bombardment. Social, emotional, and digital pressures amplify vulnerability. In this environment, guarding emotions becomes not only an act of self-preservation, but a strategy for relational resilience. By mastering this, a man demonstrates not only discipline and courage, but also the profound truth that intimacy, built on trust and clarity, is far stronger than fleeting expressions of unrefined emotion. Second, a man must often shield his personal struggles. Life is rife with trials, professional setbacks, internal doubts, familial pressures, and unforeseen obstacles. Sharing every burden with a partner may feel honest, but unchecked disclosure can inadvertently shift relational dynamics, creating dependence or resentment rather than trust and collaboration. Stoicism teaches that some battles are fought quietly, within the fortress of the self. The man who faces adversity in silence builds inner fortitude. Reflection, deliberate action, and the cultivation of patience transform struggle into wisdom. By resolving challenges internally, he ensures that when he does share, it is with clarity, insight, and actionable purpose, not as a plea for comfort or validation. This principle extends far beyond theoretical philosophy. Consider a man navigating a career setback or personal loss. Sharing raw anxiety or frustration indiscriminately can create tension, guilt, or imbalance in the relationship. Stoicism teaches that resolving inner conflict before outward expression is an act of respect, both for oneself and for the partner. Furthermore, managing personal challenges privately fosters resilience, initiative, and accountability. A man who acts, reflects, and overcomes silently develops strength that naturally commands respect. When he eventually shares lessons or insights, they are valuable contributions, not burdens. Relationships thrive when both partners engage as equals, bringing wisdom and growth rather than fatigue and unresolved tension. In essence, guarding personal struggles is an act of discipline and self-respect. It reflects a deeper understanding that a relationship should be a partnership of strength and harmony, not a space for venting untempered fears. By mastering this, a man cultivates a presence that is steady, thoughtful, and profoundly trustworthy. A presence that elevates both himself and the relationship. Third, financial worries. The third element is financial concern, an area where indiscretion can silently erode trust and stability. In modern life, money is omnipresent. It shapes opportunities, relationships, and decisions. Yet a man who allows financial anxiety to dominate interactions projects instability, uncertainty, and fear, undermining the very foundations of respect and confidence. Stoicism teaches that wealth is a measure not of money, but of virtue and tranquility. A man who can manage financial pressures internally embodies self-reliance, foresight, and rationality. By doing so, he maintains composure, preserves peace, and demonstrates reliability, qualities that inspire admiration and trust. Strategic discretion regarding financial matters is essential. This is not deceit, it is wisdom. Sharing financial information should serve the purpose of collaboration and informed decision-making, not to seek reassurance or vent stress. Financial transparency, when done mindfully, strengthens partnership. Impulsive or anxious disclosure, however, can destabilize confidence and disrupt relational harmony. Consider real-world implications. A couple navigating a mortgage, debt, or investment without a man's measured control of his financial anxieties may experience tension and insecurity. The Stoic approach is to internalize stress, analyze it, and present solutions, not complaints. This creates a climate of trust, demonstrating that one can navigate adversity without allowing emotion to compromise reason or the stability of the relationship. Ultimately, the guarded handling of financial worries embodies the Stoic ideal: mastery over external circumstances, calm in the face of uncertainty, and the courage to act responsibly. It is a testament to discipline, foresight, and inner strength, a quiet but powerful demonstration of wisdom that nurtures lasting respect and partnership. 4. Past conflicts and failures. Finally, a man must exercise discretion regarding past conflicts, failures, and mistakes. History is instructive, shaping character and providing context for present decisions. Yet an overemphasis on past struggles or disputes can burden relationships, shifting focus from growth and possibility to judgment and resentment. Stoicism teaches that the past is a teacher, not a master. A man who selectively shares lessons from his history demonstrates humility, reflection, and self-awareness. He communicates not to dwell on old wounds, but to guide present choices and future growth. In doing so, he builds trust, stability, and a relational environment focused on potential rather than regret. This discretion extends to achievements, reputations, or personal conflicts. Boasting or oversharing can create imbalance, competition, or insecurity. The Stoic man understands the power of restraint. True value lies in action and character, not in the loud exposition of past deeds. Sharing selectively allows relationships to flourish in equality, mutual respect, and shared purpose. Moreover, past experiences, when shared wisely, serve as lessons rather than anchors. They become instruments of clarity, empathy, and foresight. The man who has mastered this art embodies stability, courage, and wisdom, qualities that elevate him in the eyes of his partner and reflect the profound Stoic truth. One is defined not by what has been endured, but by how one governs oneself today and tomorrow. In practical life, this means revealing the past with intention and care, not as a performance, complaint, or justification. It means choosing when history informs insight, rather than when it dictates interaction. By guarding this aspect of himself, a man fosters not only respect, but also intimacy, built on presence, trust, and genuine understanding. The essence of these four principles, emotional vulnerabilities, personal challenges, financial discretion, and selective revelation of the past, is not secrecy for deception, but wisdom for growth. A man who practices these lessons embodies the quiet power of Stoicism, dignity, self-mastery, and relational excellence. In a world that encourages oversharing and reactive emotional exposure, Stoicism reminds us that true power lies in self-governance, prudence, and virtue. By discerning what to reveal and what to hold, a man preserves his dignity, nurtures respect, and cultivates relationships that are honest, balanced, and deeply resilient. Reflect on your own life. Are there truths you've shared too freely? Are there lessons, struggles, or vulnerabilities that could benefit from measured disclosure, careful timing, and disciplined reflection? Mastery over these choices is not only a personal victory, it is a gift to those you care about, creating bonds founded on trust, respect, and mutual growth. Subscribe to Stoic Thrive to explore more timeless wisdom applied to modern life. Hit the bell and join a journey of self-mastery, resilience, and profound inner peace. The path to strength, respect, and authentic connection begins with the courage to discern what to share and the wisdom to hold the rest.